Welcome, adventurers from across time and space. 5 creators have been brought together from across the internet for one purpose and one purpose alone: to travel through time and have a good time doing it. When big changes happen to the timeline, the change attracts other time travelers like gravity. They won't be able to move past it until they fix whatever was messed up. So our heroes are stuck together, but only for the time being. Open our episode on a dimly lit corridor in the fading colony of Medusa Fossae, the capital of United Mars. Here, as the last of the electricity is leaving this facility, the emergency lights are flickering creepily, and our heroes stand outside the door to the salvation of all of the people of United Mars. But a decision stands in front of them. Do they perpetuate the situation that they have found here in this colony, or do they intervene and make another decision on behalf of the people of this colony? What will they do? Only one way to find out. So our heroes have gotten a reprieve from the loss of oxygen that they were suffering in the form of a union break, thanks to Elena's crew. And that has given you a few more minutes to make your way into this room and deal with what you have learned about the powering of Medusa Fossae. So I will step out of the way and let you guys take the scene. This is your moment.
Whiskers is just seen as it cuts to him, just the fur is just immaculate. It's just like a Pantene Pro V commercial after this refreshing as he just looks dramatically pointing feline finger towards the car keyed access panel and goes, "Now open the door."
I'll swipe the card.
I think there is a hiss of air exchange as the pressurized space inside exchanges air with the corridor. You see through the doorway into a rather drably decorated common room sort of situation. There's like tables bolted to the floor. I think they're the corrugated tables that have been covered in enamel like you find in schoolyards. So they've got the holes in them so that if you spill something, it just drips through. The floor is this sort of very boring concrete gray. They must have imported gray concrete from Earth for the purpose of making this room as boring as possible. There's very little in the way of like stuff to do aside from like exercise bikes and like a chessboard, I think, on one of the tables. And scattered around the space like dispossessed bumblebees are a collection of mostly men who are all very interested all of a sudden to see you walk in the room.
I'll go up to whatever the first person who's there and kind of stand triumphantly, just pointing towards him and say, "You there, identify yourself. You are in the presence of a god."
Oh, hi, Your Highness, I guess? It's wonderful to meet you. I'm the CEO of Danube, and I would really appreciate you arranging for us to be let out if that is what is happening here. You're the first people to visit us, so I don't know what your plan is. Are you freeing us? You're here to save us, right?
Technically, we are here to save everyone.
Another guy behind him goes, "I'll take technically. All right."
Quick question. Is everyone here accounted for? Is everyone, all of you here? Did anyone escape? Is there someone missing? Is there some sort of medical emergency? Because the station outside, the power's gone out. So, and we've been told that it's connected to this room. So did one of you tamper with something? That goes into the technically as well.
Not that we know of. Not that I know of. Did any of you tamper with something? And they immediately start falling over each other to accuse one another of tampering with stuff.
Okay. All right. Is there any skill I can use to like find the culprit? Because that's my whole thing is I deal with people and I
Absolutely.
can tell, I see tells or anything like that.
Yeah. Let's do a skill draw. And let's do this with advantage. So go ahead and draw 2 cards and take the better of the 2.
Okay, I got Jack of Hearts, and I think that's one of my marked cards. Oh, it
great.
isn't.
I've got an 8.
All right. So in their hustle and bustle, I'm gonna, look at one person. I'm like, hey, buddy, come talk to us real quick. And the one that I suspect that I can tell that he's obviously might have something to do with this.
I think this guy is wearing like a wrinkly polo shirt, and he's like, yeah, hi, what do you need?
All right, and I'm just gonna like lean over. I'm like, look, man, people out there, they're running out of air. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling a little lightheaded myself. What did you do? Well, what's going on? Just all cards on the table. Did you do something? I think you did something.
Look, I don't know what you're talking about, but look, if it's anything related to what that technician was doing a couple minutes ago, I told him not to go through that door, and he didn't listen. So I feel like this isn't on me.
But the deaths of a lot of people will be on you if this situation is not resolved. So,
I don't think that's true. What did I have to do with it? Was it my hands that moved the levers? Was it me that took out that giant like battery looking thing and plugged it into the wall? I don't think so.
battery, and I'm gonna look at Aixxa. I'm like, hey, you kind of know the schematics and stuff, right? Is there a battery that you saw in the blueprints?
Well, they didn't exactly put the billionaire room on the schematics, but it sounds like someone took the copper out. That's why it's not working. Where did you point to the technician? Where did he go?
He points through. So there's like you can see there's an observation room, and through there's like a door that leads off to the side, and that's where the guy was pointing.
Are you often visited by technicians?
Well, they stay out there where we can't, talk to them or interact with them, where they can't tell us what's going on, or give us any news. Is my company doing okay? Can anybody tell me what the stocks are looking like?
It's so good. You're doing great. All-time high.
Oh,
all time.
I mean, I knew it. I mean, it's been a long time, so I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure my account's looking pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's looking pretty fat, I think is what they called it.
Compound interest, That's what everybody misses.
Like, should we get you some, like, would you like some books to read? Maybe, would that be nice for you?
I mean, they give us these, like, tablets with all the literature on it, but how many times can you read Huck Finn, really? Like,
sure, I think that my lighting guy has, like, some girly mags in his pocket. He's a notorious horn dog. Would you... like that?
That sounds great. Who do I talk? I just go talk to that guy?
No. Let me get it. And I like step out of frame, and I'm like, Sean, man, come on. Like,
is this a play, or are you actually trying to help these guys out?
I mean, I don't want them to leave, and I want them to be calm and pliant. So I think that this is one of those, like, we'll give you a thing, and then you will stay in here and be entertained for a bit. Pass it around, it's going to be weird. Whatever.
Yep, there's no privacy in this space, but hey, you do whatever you got to do, I guess. Yeah, okay, great. So yeah, I think your sound guy totally has some girly mags in his
I'll get you some more.
sound
I'll
bag.
get you. We'll pick you up. I bet they have cool Martian ones here. You can replace it. You know?
Oh man, yeah, thank you so much. We've been so bored.
Yeah. Now I'm so sorry. I only have the one. So you're gonna have to make a schedule. You guys are all good at making schedules, right? You can make a schedule to see who has custody. You maybe want to go step off to the side and figure that out now. Get away from this door.
I think as you indicate that they should work together and create a schedule, they immediately start like all snatching at it.
Great,
And
whatever.
Yep. So there's a very unorderly tussle as they all try to be the one in charge of the one resource in the room, because that's their nature. Yeah. So you're gonna go through the room into the technician space?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Seems right.
Yeah, and I want to ask right before that happened. I'm like, hey, Mr. CEO, the one I was talking to earlier.
Yeah.
About what time did the technician come through?
Oh, I mean, it couldn't have been more than 20 minutes ago.
Okay, great, thanks.
All right, back to your porn, gentlemen.
Yeah, my turn. Hey.
All right, and so we'll head through the room.
I had the most money. I get the centerfold.
Oh, jeez.
Sci-fi hustler.
Mm-hmm. Space
Play
hustler.
Martian.
Good one.
I like the idea that your crew would have updated.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The porn mag that they brought with them.
I mean, they're very efficient, and they're, we're all method, right? You gotta stay in whatever place you're going.
They're professional.
But it's like 40s pulp concept of space.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Yep. Excellent. Okay, so yeah, you make your way into this technician's room and find your way to the control panel through the room into the control room where the guy pointed. And as the door swooshes open, you find a woman in a leather trench coat, and she is holding what is very clearly a giant like space battery. It's glowing green, and it's got a beeping indicator on the side of it that shows that it is almost full.
Mm-hmm.
And who might you be?
Hey, hi. This probably looks bad, doesn't it? I'm Tython, and I'm saving everybody in the colony is what I'm doing.
Right now?
Yeah,
they're dying. They're dying right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, and I'm gonna save them. Don't worry about it. Everything is under control.
That is the worst read that I have ever heard.
Okay, well then, how about this one? And she's gonna just like pick up a chunk of like machinery and wing it at your head. So let's go into a conflict draw.
Oh boy.
All right, so 3 cards.
Just Sarah, or should we all do it since we're all in the same room?
Yeah, all of you. Yeah, everybody.
I got a marked card.
Ooh.
So did I.
I have a joker, so everybody gets to do what they want this turn, because I have value 0 here.
Woo!
I got a queen of spades.
Okay, so what are our marks as well?
I have the ally mark on the queen of spades. And I remember that is the goddess Bast, the cat goddess who brings wisdom and all in battle prowess to me.
Excellent. Feel free to quilt some extra inspiration and wisdom onto this.
I got the square with the dot in the middle. Square boob.
The square boob?
Square
boob.
I got the
charm.
same. I got the same. Yeah, so we're extra charming right now.
I love it.
Excellent. You have not engaged in combat yet, so if you would like to take this turn to still try to be social, you can take that extra bonus there. So that's doubling the face value of the card. Not that it matters, because I've got a 0 on my value, but consider it that much better. And Ben, what'd you get? Sorry.
I got a 10 of diamonds, but was the rock thrown already?
Yeah, piece of machinery has been thrown at
Okay.
Elena.
So I'm gonna like jump and like take it, but I'm like a huge guy, so it just like bounces off. But I'm still gonna
Hell
like
yeah.
land and be like, I got you. And then I'm like, oh, I'm fine. Oh, I'm okay. We're good. We're good. We're good, everybody. We're good.
I love it. Yeah. So, what do we think you all want to do in this moment? She's given herself away that she's clearly not actually here to save everybody. So, you've got the drop on her at this point. What do we want to do?
Can we get her monologuing? I want to know what her plan was.
Well, you have only a
Ooh.
little bit of air.
Yeah. We'll have to find out her plan and probably zip back.
Does
So I
she
guess-
have like any type of breathing
Yeah.
apparatus?
Oh, yeah.
She does not. It looks like she was planning on dipping as soon as this battery was full.
Mm.
Oh. So maybe we should get as much information as possible within these three, this conflict, and then zip back and stop her before she ever does.
I like that.
Not a bad plan.
So we got to talk her into getting us,
Okay.
giving us what we need.
Well, I think me and Elena
y'all got
have
charm, yeah.
charm rolls, so I think
Ooh.
we
Yeah.
could just ask. I think we could just
Yeah.
be like, you know, what are you doing?
What's up, man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
What's up?
are you doing?
My timeline is dying. Without the power that this timeline has just used for their immortality and living on the Mars and just stealing from billionaires, which is great for them. I'm so happy for them. But for me, back on Earth, we are living on dregs. The sun has died. Nothing will grow. All I can do is come to a timeline like this one and take the resource that they have so much of. And besides, they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. This is in the future. They can.
You are also a time traveler?
Yeah. I mean, are you time travelers?
Have you seen us? Do we look like
I'll
we
be honest with you, I don't know what people dress like here.
Cool.
One's
That
a
is
cat.
Is that weird here? I don't
Cool.
know what's normal in this time.
All right.
Okay. You're on the clock. So you're trying to siphon off this battery, take it back to your time? Is that going to be enough to save your timeline?
I mean, for a little while, and then I'll have to do it again.
Would it change your mind if we told you that everyone suffocated in a horrible death?
I have been sent to make sacrifices, and this is one of them. And I'm not going to let you stop me from saving everyone I care about. So let's go ahead and draw.
It's just a very
Draw a
small
sec-
battery to power the whole Earth.
Yeah. How much energy do you need? Because if we like stop this rave party and just let you have what they were going to use for that rave, would that satiate your battery?
Let's see what our next card is.
I
I got a 5.
I got a 9. Let me see if it's a marked one.
I also have a 5.
I have a
Ties
6.
go to the player.
I fail.
I got my clairvoyance.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
6 of spades is marked with war.
So
And-
you are, if you choose to do combat in this turn, you can double its face value. All right. So Ben, if you had marked your cards, you would have known that was that one ahead of time. That's what that mark would have done.
Gotcha.
Everybody but Stella made it on this one. Who got the highest though?
It was not me. I got a 5.
You got a 5, so you just broke even. Omar got a 6, so it's got to be Ben. So yeah, so you've got her monologuing. What do you want to do from here?
So since I was on the ground, because I was hit, like I don't think she's paying attention to me. So I just want to like show up behind her in her shadow and just like grab the battery and just be like, all right, I think, and like walk back over to our side where we're talking, and I'll be like, all right, I think we'll decide what we do from here. I'm gonna
Oh, I
take the power
love
out of
it.
your hands. Yeah.
I think for the sake of just like cinematics on this, because this is so much of a you moment, I think we get like a Dutch angle from a distance of like
Oh, yeah.
you've fallen out of frame over here. She gave this big speech. We're seeing the whole thing at like this slightly askew and up from the back of the frame in a select lighting special. We see you like loom in and then snatch the battery as you're saying, and I think that makes total sense.
I also feel like it should revert to black and white.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe as she's getting through the speech, like the color is draining out of the scene, just as you are running out of air. That's
Yeah.
there we go. There it is.
Found it.
Yep, that's the moment. Omar, tell us about what do you think Whiskers is up to while this is happening?
Well, Whiskers summoned his ally, who is the goddess. So in this moment, he's just been concentrating, and he gets very angry after hearing this time traveler mention about going to different times and just sucking power and damning whatever happens to the people there. And just if we save them now, it doesn't mean that she won't go and do it to someone else. And this really upsets you. A pharaoh, a leader, is supposed to take care of their subjects, and you will just steal like a common criminal. You do not deserve the power of time travel. You must see the error of your ways, and I cast judgment. As he gets bigger and bigger, and then around his body, as he begins to glow, you see a overlay of the cat goddess around, as like a long claw stretches out and touches her head, and she is just given visions of what it's going to look like when everyone dies here, like the future, to kind of guilt her into seeing all the damage she's done to the different timelines that she's done this to.
Oh God.
Horrifying.
That is brutal.
Wow. I think as you're giving her these visions, you can see that she was reaching into her pocket to pull out some sort of like ray gun phaser style situation, and it drops from her fingers and clatters on the floor. Elena, what are you up to?
I would like to give that weapon to the props master.
Solid.
Yep.
I don't think that it was not checked in front of all of us. I don't know about its safety. So
it goes into a tackle box.
they
Yep.
lock it up.
Yep. There's like orange tape over the
Absolutely. Over the tip.
trigger.
Yep.
I love that. So you're just going to remove that from play? That's fantastic.
Absolutely.
As all of this is happening, Aixxa, I feel like there's got to be something that is distracting from the like presence of this moment. What do we think is catching Aixxa's attention?
I think it's the whole monologue of like I've been sent to save my planet type deal, because that's very similar to like what's happening with me. Yeah. So I think I'm having like a moment of what is the word? Empathy, I guess, of like, oh, yeah, you have a mission and you're responsible for this planet and your people. And so I think I'm just kind of just like, because I drew really low, I got like a 3 of spades. So I think it's definitely just kind of like in my own head about it and kind of seeing myself in her position.
So would you like the boost after you have that moment of reflection? That would put you at
there's
a
a
6.
+3 in play.
Oh, interesting. That could be interesting. Sure. Actually, yeah.
Now's a better time than any.
Yeah. So then I guess I have that like moment of, kind of like doubt or whatever, and maybe Elena like clocks it, I guess.
Oh yeah, how do you think you like bolster Aixxa?
I actually think it's like a really quiet moment, like a very starlit moment, like something that is not like she's not looking for attention or anything. I think she sees Aixa's like vulnerability and like seeing the parallels, and I think she just sort of like reaches over and like squeezes her hand, just like a real quick like, hey, I see it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think maybe in that moment, like I'm having this empathy and like, oh, what would I do in that situation? Oh, maybe she's right. And also like I haven't really been like thinking about that. I've just been like time traveling, being like, wee. But then having like a moment where because you took the gun. Elena took the gun.
Mm-hmm.
So I think since we're in kind of like sort of a physical conflict, I think I would just kind of step like closer to her. Oops, hit my mic. Step like closer to her and kind of like, I'm gangly and kind of, I am very otherworldly. And I think I kind of like lean into that moment, like kind of like draw from my my kind of deity. It's not really a deity, but from like the source, and kind of have a moment of like superiority then, where it's like you can't save your planet by sacrificing another planet.
Ooh, yeah. Do we think Aixxa is a speech person?
I don't know, because we have in my like backstory when we drew all of the cards that my nature card is fell in line the kind of like fighter debater type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
The like willingness willingness to like jump into the fray, duty to self and others type thing. So I don't know if it's like a speech thing, but it's definitely like a martyr thing, I think.
Oh, I like that.
If
Okay.
that makes sense. I don't totally know how to RP that in this moment. I'm trying to like really pull from a bunch of stuff. I think maybe just like kind of being inspired by Elena's like quiet moment. Mine is almost like a quiet moment, like a threatening moment almost, of like I step up and I like lean into my alienness, and I think I maybe just like say that to her, and I just say, you cannot save your planet by sacrificing an entire other planet. You'll doom everyone. And just kind of, yeah, put myself like physically
like
in
that.
her space.
So she's getting super guilted.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We're like guilting her.
The most mom guilt that you could ever give.
All right. Well, then let's flip our final card of the conflict. Oh God. Okay. Well, you're gonna dance all over me, y'all. That's a 4.
Great.
King of diamonds. 6
of diamonds.
7 of clubs.
Okay.
6.
So
And
everybody
then
did
mark
better
for me.
than she did.
She's got so much guilt.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So much guilt.
Poor thing. So this is the conclusion of this story moment. And I think you all talked about wanting to kind of reset time after you get this answer. So let's talk through the last moments of this story beat. How do you want to leave her? Like, how do we think this concludes in a way that gives everybody a meaty moment here?
Do you think it's if we all succeeded? I don't even know if we need to like reset it. Like, can't we just take the battery from her hand?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I feel like that's what I would do. I feel like I'm very close to her. I'm like physically trying to be empowering, and I'm also trying to reach her at like an empathetic level. So kind of in a very like mirror way of how I did it to the president. I just kind of like gently like, I am taking this now and you're going to be okay with it because I made you feel bad.
Make the right choice, or we will kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the battery when I came from behind her. So
Oh,
we
that's
had
right,
the
that's
battery
right.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. Yeah.
in our possession.
That's true. So then maybe I would do kind of the same thing, but I'm not like taking anything. I'm just like grabbing her hands and just like being like, it's time for you to go home.
Mm-hmm.
Because she seems to be able to control her time. How do we do insight in this game?
It's just a skill like everything else. So you can draw against me to see if you can.
Can I draw against you to see if I can is there like an apparatus on her that is like how she time travels, like an obvious way? Like obviously some of us travel through, like rain or whatever. But like, is there, a classic like sci-fi like button or whatever,
Let's see.
Okay. I have an 8 of diamonds, so not super high.
Woo!
That is a 3.
That is a 3.
Cool.
So
what I want to do,
nice.
I want to restart that moment. I'm in her space. I see her like, kind of Doctor Who Jack style, like time armband or whatever.
Oh, that's cool. I was going to go with like a locket, but I love the armband idea. That's cool.
And I just want to take her hands after I said the like, you can't save your planet by killing another planet moment. And I just want to gently place her hand like on the button. And I'm not pressing down on the button. I'm still giving her like the agency to do it. But it's like me being like, you have to leave now. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay. What else do we think is going on?
I was going to do something really cruel, but that's such a nice thing. I got to rethink.
I want to go plug the battery back in.
Yeah, I'm going to look towards Elena and her crew. And I'm like, hey, do you guys know how to? And just hand it to the prop master.
Yeah. Just give it to a grip.
Takes the battery and some gaff tape. Yeah. This is fine.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Yeah, here, buddy.
Yeah.
Told you, I'm lighting.
Yeah, well, that is part of electrical, my man.
Yeah, so I hand the battery over.
You deal with batteries. Come on. Would you rather I give it to camera?
No, of course not. All right.
No,
fine.
I didn't think so.
But I'm billing like an electrician for this.
It's fine. Bill like an electrician. Don't I always take care of you?
Yeah.
Gave you that Christmas bonus.
Fine. All right, fine.
Thank you.
It's not how I would have set up these terminals, though.
Hey, so you got to work with what the locals do. This is not...
I know. It's not our set.
It's not my set.
I love that. Okay, so your crew goes off to...
I've definitely not had that exact conversation.
That didn't come from a real place or anything.
None of this is trauma.
None of this is a flashback for me.
Ben, how about Mason as you are holding the battery and handing it off? What else is happening in this moment for Mason?
He's just relieved that there's a way, because he was getting very lightheaded, because I think I had the least protection out of everybody as far as like space suits and stuff. So he's just like, okay, all right.
Mason's saving grace is big.
Yeah. So yeah, he's just handing it off, and we did it. Just happy to have a good resolution for once.
I would like to offer you a moment from Mason to film noir recap this.
Yeah.
As the light from the battery falls across your face, and we see the hope passing in front of you.
So yeah, Mason just thinks like, we did it. Another case solved. I don't know how I keep getting pulled into these things, and with a cat, and I believe that's an alien. I haven't really figured out how to ask. And this woman with her entourage, I don't know. She said she's from like one of those movies or talkies or something like that, but how do you ask something like that? And then it kind of like fades to black and white again, and he's back in his own time, and he's like, but I do think I have gained something from this experience. And then you see him at a local jazz club. He goes up on stage and pulls out his little saxophone, He's like, I think I learned something. And he starts playing his saxophone, but trying to do it like dubstep. So he's like, and then like you see him like dejected on the outside, covered in tomatoes. He's like, they hated it. I guess I have to find something else to occupy my time. That's what he thought he could bring to his timeline.
It's funny.
They weren't ready for it.
Okay.
Your kids are gonna love it.
Yeah.
Right.
Your kids
There
are
you
gonna
go.
love it.
Full on Marty McFly. This is a cool moment as Mason is already like dunking on this adventure. Aixxa, she looks into your eyes as you are putting her hand over the button.
Mm-hmm.
And she just says, will you come save us next?
I just say, if the source wills it, then yes. I cannot control where we go, but if we come to you, we will do what we can.
I guess that's all I can ask. And she activates her little armband and fades from your arms.
I think in that moment is probably when when my thing is activated. I think mine's very like, once it's done, it's done. I don't think it's a lot of like leaves a lot of time for like feelings or
There's no
socializing
denouement
afterwards.
for you. You're like,
Yeah.
well, bye.
I really think that happens, and then again, like the Dexter turnaround, I like look to my companions and kind of just do like a big finger creepy wave, and then like turn into the mist. Like, I'll see you, whenever I see you again, but like mysterious.
I love it. That leaves Elena and Whiskers behind in the room. Air is beginning to repressurize the space. The grip managed to get the battery plugged into a terminal. What's going on with you guys as you share this space for a few more moments?
After he calms down and the goddess goes away,
what is that moment with the goddess? Let's give that a second. Like, you were just visited by Bast, for crying out loud.
Pretty big.
In the moment when as Tython begins to fade away, still within this larger form of Bast, he has a moment where he turns around into his inner self and is in just a room full of sand that's just eternally flowing. And he looks up at the more physical form of Bast. And they lock eyes for a moment. And he nods his head, and then she smiles as well, showing her feline teeth. And then after a bright shining light, as Tython hits her machine to teleport, she is almost held in place, not in place, but like almost held in a cradle with the feline-like hands that bring her back to the start of when she could have possibly saved her own future or her own planet, like taking her back to that moment where she now knows what she could do, causing a complete strange paradox, because if she solves this, then we would never have been here. But to see if she can
What's
be
a paradox
the hero
to an ancient Egyptian
as
god?
it goes.
Bast doesn't care about that.
So maybe she could be her own hero and save herself before coming out of that stupor and looking over at Elena. Well, I'm never going to live that one down. Well,
Do you want another treat?
yes, I'll take it.
No one's here to see it this time. No one's.
All right.
Just sort of like offer a little.
He indeed goes and just nibbles at it before his last moments. He goes, well, I may have a few more moments left on this planet, and I remember that there is an old nemesis of mine out there that I must face against. And
Oh.
I would like to see he kind of runs off, making his way outside. And maybe since power came back on, all of the rave stuff is just going on.
Oh, yeah, it just kicked back.
Yeah. And he's just hopping back and forth at the lasers, trying to catch it until he eventually would fade away.
Amazing. I think
Someone in the background is just like, oh man, the Molly really hit today.
Whoa.
It's Josh. It's Josh.
Yeah, it's totally Josh. Josh is like, whoa, I should not have licked that thing. They said it was fine. Should not have licked it.
He wasn't a time traveler at all. He just was really
wasn't
rolling.
At all. He was just
Josh, just a dude.
So high.
He's just
He was just so high. Elena watches Whiskers kind of being joyful for a moment, and she like soaks that in a little bit. And as everything comes back on, a PA walks up and says, "Miss Rhodes, you're needed on set." And she turns around and walks off camera.
Excellent. Good adventure, everybody. Thank you so much. That was lovely.
We did it.
Good choices.
At the beginning, I was like, we're all pulling crap, you guys.
Yeah. We can't even find each other.
It's not good.
We are in trouble.
We are going to die in the first 20 minutes of this adventure.
It's okay. We pulled the high when it counts.
Yeah.
Pull high when it counts.
That's the trick, I suppose. Well, thank you all so much for playing this adventure. So, we are going to take just a couple more moments to level up.
Woo!
Oh, okay.
That's exciting.
How does this work?
So, if you haven't already packed up your cards,
Got them.
I want you to go through your discard pile.
Ooh,
Okay, so all the ones that we played today.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you have two choices. If there's one that seems especially important, like it came in clutch in the moment, there was a significant scene where a card saved you, or you've added a memory there, like that Ace of Hearts. You can pull that one, or
saved all of our asses.
Yeah. Or you can just draw randomly from your discard pile. If you're going to draw randomly, deal yourself 3 cards and choose one of those 3. That way you're not stuck with like one shitty card.
If it's a marked card, should we not use it?
Oh.
No, you can absolutely mark another. You can add another mark to your card. You can choose a card that hasn't been marked.
Got it.
We are going to add a standard mark to one card. Okay. So whether it is a card that came in clutch or one random from the discards, one of those you're going to get to add a standard mark to.
What does the standard mark look like?
So all of the ones that aren't character generation based. So skill, war, charm, sacrifice, all of those ones.
Oh, we get to pick. It's not just...
Yeah, you get to pick. Yep, any of those.
Awesome. Well, I'm totally choosing the Queen of Spades because Bass came. And
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm going to give it.
Now, that's already a very good card. Do you want to put clairvoyance on it?
Yeah, I was thinking that
smart.
no one is going to pop up.
But make sure you actually read it on it, like unlike us. Who did not.
Yeah, we got duped by it.
Actually write it on there.
All right,
I will clairvoyance that as well. That seems smart.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm gonna do
Thanks,
this.
Game Master. So with clairvoyance, it's kind of like you want to, when you know it's going to come up, you're going to want to do something that you're like, this may be crazy, but I feel something powerful is coming up, and you can just do that thing.
The other thing that we haven't really done a whole lot with, but is written into the rules, is when you do a conflict draw and you've got those 3 cards out, you are allowed to Monty Hall switch the cards as much as you want.
Oh.
As long as they're face down, you can swap them around. And that means if you've got a clairvoyance card or clairvoyance mark, you can put it in a place where it's strategically useful. You can only do it with your own cards and only while they're face down. But Yes. Just one more time, thanks everybody for playing. That was a great game, and that's where I'll end our episode. Stella Cheeks is at Stella Cheeks on Instagram and Bluesky. Sarah Moore is at Pixies and Pins on all of the social media channels, and at pixiesandpins.com. You can also check out her Sarah's Table live streams on Twitch at Pixies and Pins. Omar Burgos is at Tailweaver. Check out his work on the Tale of D20's TTRPG channel. More information at ataleofd20s.com. Ben Banks is at DJ_Blindian on Instagram and SoundCloud. I'm Ansel Burch, and you can find me at The Indecisionist on all of the meta properties and on Bluesky. Special thanks to Cameron Avesk Davis for the song you're hearing now and at the beginning of the podcast. This has been an Indecisionist production. Go to indecisionist.com to find more of our work, including my monthly gaming event, TTRPG Pickup Con, and my other time travel podcast, Time to Party. As you travel at 1 second per second, take some time out for these intrepid adventurers. They may be in trouble, but only for the time being.